Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Duke TV program tagged Citizens' Rights, Privileges and Benefits. Under this segment, we are looking at what are the protection available to citizens of the state when they are challenged in terms of fake products or substandard products. We all fall victim of this menace from time to time when a citizen deploys his or her hard-earned money to purchase a product, expecting that product to serve, and it's end up not serving or not even functioning at all. And it's even worse when it is consumable, such as what we eat, what we drink, or even drugs that we purchase so that we can get rid of our ailment, but ending up adding to our problems or killing us. But like we have told you earlier when we are bringing up this TV concept, told you that a lot of facilities are available in the state, but people may not be aware. And that's why we have taken our time today to come and speak to the most relevant personality in terms of fake products. I'm talking about the General Manager, Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency. This gentleman is not just a lawyer, a legal mind, so to speak. He's also an administrator par excellence and somebody who is very passionate about the plight of the people. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome to our program Mr. Afolabi Sholibo. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Thank you for having me on your program.
It's my pleasure. Yeah, Mr. Sholibo, you listen to the intro. Yeah. When we talk of fake product or substandard product, what exactly are we talking about?
Yeah, thank you for that question. When you talk about fake product or substandard product, those are products, particularly when it comes to consumables, and it's very harmful to the people. And when you look at the hazardous nature of those products, and also there are most of them that are substandard in nature. That is either that we call it fake, but they are actually substandard, is people trying to do a replica of the real product.
Yes.
And this is part of the reason why this agency was established. And the agency is saddled with the responsibility of getting rid, even if it's to the barest minimum, of people selling expired or substandard or fake products to our people. Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. So, by extension now, we're still talking of fake products. What are the implications of people?
Yes, if you, particularly consumables, you talk out, or if you consume something that is not good for your system, something that is hazardous, it causes abdominal pain to the people, then it causes confusion, drowsiness, and also may lead to loss of coordination, may lead to some sense of reasoning, and may eventually lead to death if care is not taken, because you know that we all have different level of tolerance of substance we take is different
from person
to person. So those are the major repercussion of taking fake products.
And so, does it occur to you, or do you sometimes wonder why a human being would sell something fake to a fellow human being?
Yeah,
something that you know that can be injurious to that person.
It is greed and the love for money. Money, when you get money through all these means that are not actually lawful. So that is what can easily have like I always say, most of them that we've been able to apprehend or brought before this agency, if you follow the principle or the law of love your neighbor like yourself, you will not want to sell fake products to other people. Particularly, we are more particular about consumables, because it can lead to permanent disability or death. Yes,
that's true. So, okay, in that wise, what are the existing laws specifically that Lagos State has put in place to protect consumers?
Yes, like the law that established this agency was the 2015 Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency law, and that is what the agency has been operating since inception, and the agency actually started operation in 2018, and that is the law we rely on. And also, we also in synergy with the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission,
the federal government,
the federal, yes, the NAFDAC, the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, the Manufacturer Association of Nigeria, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, even the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Justice.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, thank you very much. So, talking about existing laws now, can we be a bit specific? Or, okay, let me put it this way. What should citizens do if they fall victim?
Before you even fall victim, they say it's better to beware and know where to buy your product. That leads us to the issue of place you buy your product. You have to be aware of the place you buy your product.
That's the source.
Yeah, the source. And also, you have to be wary of the prices of those goods. If
they come too cheap.
If it comes too cheap, like a product that genuinely know that this product is actually being sold for 10,000 naira, and you are seeing it somewhere they're selling for 3,000 or 2,000. So you should be wary and be concerned. And also, it's very important you look at the packaging of that product, because the real thing, the packaging will be different. Like we see people, let me look at an example, you see Pepsi, you see some people say, okay, Opsi, something similar. And when you see things like that, you should be very wary that this particular product, you must check very well. Also, the citizens will be concerned about the product information on that particular product, because in normal consumables, you have a NAFDAC number, and you have the date of manufacture and the date to expire. Once you notice that it has expired or is about to expire, let me give you an example of about to expire. Beverages, for instance, you know that like a tin of milk or a tin of Milo or something, it will expire in the next 2, 3, 4 days. And some people are packaging it for you as they're doing promo. You should be very worried that can you consume that tin
within 3 days?
3 days. So you should know that when you buy products like that, it's very dangerous.
That reminds me, Jim. Some people have the opinion that even if a product is expiring in a particular day, they still have the opening, the window, to apply that drug for another 1 month.
That is to us in LASCOPA, that is very wrong. Is like we always say, prevention is better than cure. Rather than buy that, and all these people, like from what we've gathered in the course of protecting consumers in Lagos State, the manufacturers of those products actually have what they call return policy. That is, when a product is expired or about to expire, you can return them back to the company. And they look at it and they give you a new one that has a long lifespan. Yes.
Oh, beautiful. So now, talking about the laws and the fake product sellers, the consumers and all this, by your own assessment, what has been the enforcement level as far as Lagos State is concerned?
Yeah, thank you very much. The Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency do have this monitoring and enforcement unit, and we do go out every other day. Like as I speak with you now, the 2 buses just left to 2 different locations, because recently we talked about people not displaying prices of products and just putting products there and telling consumers to go and check somewhere. No, if I'm carrying a bag of a basket, I'm carrying a basket.
You should carry a price tag.
You should carry a price tag, and it is illegal. It is illegal. It is unlawful to sell products and don't have the prices attached to them. So the monitoring and enforcement unit do go out, and in the course of their monitoring, if we find out a particular store, a supermarket, a grocery store, they sell fake products, all we need to do is just to ensure that we seal and take them to court.
Beautiful.
And most of them will.
And this has happened.
It has happened severally. If you follow LASCOPA on Instagram, on Facebook.
There was one that happened, is it Jare, one woman like that?
Yes,
We saw you taking her
supermarket
up,
was
and she was begging that she should not be put on video.
Well, there she was begging on video, but eventually what happened after then?
And you did what you have to do.
We did what the law permits us to do.
Okay. Then what about compliance?
Yeah,
How far we are
the level of compliance compared to 3 years ago is something that we're very happy about, but sincerely, we are not yet where we want to be when it comes to the issue of compliance, particularly, there's, in as much as we believe that the issue of compliance is, and the number of supermarkets or grocery stores that we've sealed, and the number of recoveries from all these people selling this substandard and hazardous products. We are not where we want to be, but the level of compliance has improved very much. But we still believe that there's still a lot to be done, particularly in the area of continuous public enlightenment.
And it's very, very good to hear that, because sometimes it's not good to be complacent.
No,
you always want to.
You can't do that because they still keep coming up with different ways of doing this.
And trust our people.
Yes.
They will always want to circumvent.
Yeah, but LASCOPA is ready.
Okay, on the final note, GM, what would be your advice or in terms of enlightenment to our people generally that can help them escape fake products or consuming fake items?
Yeah, there are lots of advice we give to members of the public, but the particular one I'll have to talk about is people should not suffer in silence. If you have bought goods recently, or you've been offered service that you are not getting satisfaction or value for your money, do not hesitate to come to the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency to lodge your complaint. And there's so many issues out there that we need to advise members of the public to be aware of. The issue of no refund. There's nothing like no refund policy. The agency have recovered a lot for people on this issue of no refund. You buy a product, the product that's supposed to last you for probably 3 years, and within few months they start giving you issues.
Even weeks.
We will tell you that product is substandard in nature. You're either entitled to a replacement or a total refund. Also, people that does online,
I'm excited to hear this.
Online transaction, you should be very wary. Advice to the members of the public is that they should rather the product delivered to them before payment. I'm not saying that it is everybody that is doing business online there that are fraudulent, but majority are fraudulent. If you do not see the products you want to buy, don't pay. And when you pay and you're not satisfied, at least you know where you bought it from or the address or phone number of the person you bought it from. Also, people should be wary of where they buy their products. You know that this particular product the price is different from what the actual product, so you should be very wary and not buy. If you, what you say, buyer beware. You have to be very careful. So generally, people in Lagos State should know that there is an agency that was established by law, and in line with Mr. Governor's Teams Plus agenda, ours is to protect consumers in Lagos State, and because for us to make Lagos a 21st century economy we all clamor for, then the rights of consumers must be protected, because health is wealth. What you consume may
end up consuming you.
May end up consuming you.
God forbid.
God forbid. So, but you have to help yourself first.
Yeah.
Before I'm saying God forbid.
Should help you.
Yes, that's why we keep doing continuous public enlightenment to members of the public about their rights under the law. Also, in as much as consumers do have rights, they do have
protection.
They have rights and they have their own obligations too, as the consumers.
Okay, yes. Beautiful. In fact, I am excited about this, and that's the essence of enlightenment. There's something you mentioned, that all these things they write on our receipts, goods delivered, cannot be returned. People are now hearing live that you can, if it's not performing, if it's not, delivering. Yeah, Jim, I must confess I'm excited about this information I received from you.
Thank you.
I'm sure our listeners are excited as well. This idea that once a good is delivered, it is not returnable or cannot be refunded for, even if the good is not performing to the expectation of the buyer. And you are not telling us that under the law, yes, if there is an established proof that that good has not delivered, then the buyer has a right to refund. So I'm glad that comes from you. But we have been talking about consumable, that things we enjoy directly, and I want to extend it to all these digital facilities, such as online banking, such as even by extension NEPA bills. There's this thing they call estimated NEPA bill, and people are not happy. They are not happy because they believe the bill does not justify the service, and it's like they don't have any protection under the law, nowhere to complain to, nowhere to seek redress. Is there any way that LASCOPA is coming in along this line?
Yeah, it's not even that LASCOPA is coming in. This is what we've been doing.
Wow.
Particularly when it comes to issue of banking. We've got a lot of complaints about people using these various banks to do transaction, maybe what they call erroneous transfer, using the ATM, using the POS and everything. To a very large extent, we recovered over 18 million naira for consumers in Lagos State when it comes to the issue of banking. I mean, from different banks and everything. And we keep interceding on behalf of the consumers in Lagos State. When issues like that comes up, we invite the banks, and in most cases, issues like that are being resolved amicably to the advantage of consumers in Lagos State. Also, the issue of electricity. Yes, the two discos that we have in Lagos, they sit in this office once in a month.
Wow.
Yes, since inception. And to a large extent, from IKDC alone, we recovered over 79 million naira as credit adjustment for Lagosians. And from BKDC, over 32 million naira as credit adjustment for Lagosians. And recently, the state, the issue of the banding of the band A, band B, when it comes to this issue, tomorrow we'll be having a meeting with both discos in this office, and we intend to really judge on the way forward and the pros and cons of what they are. What happens if they are not able to supply the 20 hours as in band A, the 16 hours as in band B, as it goes like that? And what happens to the consumers? Because consumers must be protected, and they have to get value for their money. If they are paying so much for electricity, they have to get value for their money. And if they are not satisfied with the power supply, that is, they are entitled to compensation, which Lagos State Consumer Protection will ensure that they get.
They go. Wow, lovely, lovely. So still on power or NEPA, is it NEPA or PHCN?
We have in Lagos State, we have the IKDC and EKDC.
There is also this issue of power surge that end up damaging people's gadgets, and they don't get any.
Yes, we actually have a particular case like that in court, and though the disco involved are trying their best to ensure that the customer do get at least like a form of compensation. That is what they're working. They made attempts to some certain amount of money, but the customer is not satisfied, and we are not satisfied too. So we are trying to make it a win-win situation so that the customer will not just lose everything totally. But it's something that we actually need to investigate. If there's an issue like that, we bring in experts. If actually it's the power source that causes damage to the consumer's properties. And if that is found, that we will have no option than to ensure that an adequate compensation is gotten for the consumer.
Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely. I, even as an individual, I am relieved to hear all this. And I can tell you they will hear from you. Because recently I got my globes about 25? blown up, as a result of power surge
Yeah,
in my area.
you have to forward your complaints to LASCOPA,
Okay.
and maybe in the course of mediation and with either of the
You can get something back as a redress. Okay. So, from all you have told us and from what you are doing, it will be easy to conclude that LASCOPA has been part of the excellence for which Lagos State is known. To what extent is this statement true?
It is very true, and we have no choice than to do what the law says. And we thank Mr. Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola, for supporting this agency, because without the support of Mr. Governor, we wouldn't have gotten to where we are now, though we still need more to do more, because we want to do more. We want to ensure that the issue of the breach of rights of consumers in Lagos State is reduced drastically in all categories, be it electricity, be it banking, be it people selling substandard and expired products. Because if you see, so people say, we've even recovered a whole lot. For over 329 million naira has been recovered since inception of this agency for consumers in Lagos State. And when you talk about people, even you talk about people buying a vehicle and the vehicle is defective, we've gotten a refund for consumer in respect of that.
Okay.
And it's just enforcement. The law is there. The law has always been there. It's now left for the person or the agency that is saddled with that responsibility.
And there isn't there occasions where you feel like, because of the response of the people or attitude of the people, there's need to give more bite to the law, in which case you need to approach the assembly and getting them to upgrade the existing law.
The existing law is 2015 law, and I can remember vividly that we have a bill that is before Mr. Governor, that we're only waiting for the assent and everything, and it's an upgrade to the 2015 law, where we have so many amendments being made to that law, and with that we are ready to do more for Lagosians.
Beautiful.
And ensure that they get value for their money. And
beautiful. Thank you very much. Finally, before we go, how do people reach you specifically when they have challenges?
Yes, thank you very much for that question. There are so many ways that consumers in Lagos State can lodge their complaint when it comes to where their rights have been breached. First and foremost, they can walk into any of our offices. Number 2B Soji Adepegba Close.
That's your head office. You have branches?
Yes, we have in Ikoyi Obalende, the local government. We have Bariga LCDA. We have Badagry local government. We have Ikorodu local government. We have Ojo local government. And
do you have in Ekpe local government?
Yes, we're working towards that, and I believe before the end of this year we'll have in Ekpe.
Please do.
I've been in contact with the local government chairman in Ekpe, and what we need is just to put our hearts together, and we do a courtesy visit and we get an office there. And
I will hold you up to this promise.
We will. It's something that we want to bring LASCOPA closer to the people,
right?
Because not imagine a breach happening in Ekpe and the person have to come all the
way to Lagos.
So we want to ensure that
it can be so frustrating.
Yeah, we want to ensure it can be very frustrating.
Very.
Because what you're talking about is just 10,000 naira.
And they will have even spent well ahead of that.
Plus, the intention is to ensure that we're in almost all the local government in Lagos State. So
at least capture the divisions.
Yes.
The Ibile.
Yeah, the Ibile.
That's Ikorodu, Badagry, Ikeja, Lagos, and Ekpe.
Yes.
I think it's only Ekpe that is out now. We are going to add the E very soon.
We had the
Thank you very much.
So apart from walking into any of our offices, you can also lodge your complaints on any of our Instagram handles. Like we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're also on X. So sincerely we've been receiving so many complaints through that means. We're also on Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency email address, that is lascopa@lagostate.gov.ng.
Can we say that again?
lascopa@lagostate.gov.ng. Yeah, people, email address that people can easily lodge their complaints through, and we receive them and do the needful.
Oh, wonderful. At this point, I would like to thank you so much.
Thank you for
this
having
very
me.
lurid interview, so revealing, so educative. And we look forward to having you all over again at Duke TV.
Always have a
Thank you so much, Mr. Falabi.
Yeah, thank you.
Pleasure. Yeah.